Bethune Junior High. That's my first junior high school. And I wasn't thinking about, gangs and nothing like that. I was in the gymnastics and just, everybody from in the ghetto know how to tumble. I met my friend to where I started hanging with him, and then he talked me into not going to high school. It's crazy. He talked me not going into high school, going to continuation high. That way we can get off early and go to the movies and mess with girls and stuff, because continuation was from 8 to 12, so it was about 4 hours. So I was like, okay, cool. But when I got here, this when all the stuff started moving fast. So I got here about 16. That's when, you had, NWA, you had King T, you had all the people from Compton. They was just repping. And at that time, Compton was looked at as bad. And for me, I was like, well, shit, when I used to go out and hang out, they'll ask me, okay, where you live? And I'll be like, I was kind of reluctant to tell them because it was such a bad rap. But once, I said, I started listening to the music and how they rapped to be proud from Compton. I was like, well, shoot, why am I going to be embarrassed from where I'm from? So I was just, I live in Compton. And they'll look at the face like, oh, man, wow. And after that, it became more of, I'm from Compton. So it was different because this was the hub of everything. That's why it's called the hub city, because it's in the middle of everything. Yeah. So, it was a reputable city to be from. Right now, we on Willowbrook and Ors in the city of Compton, where I first moved and began, I guess you say, my journey through life. So right over here is when we first moved, about 15, somewhere in there. And not this particular house, but right behind this gate, because I remember we used to pull in and out of here, leaving and coming in. So you can't really see because it's barricaded. But if you come around, this is the liquor store that I used to come out my gate and come around and come to this liquor store right here. This is the liquor store I used to come in and out of right here. Now it's called Naples Winery, but before it was something else. Now, if you stand right here, you can see my house. See the roof of my house. That's where we used to live right there.
What was your first feeling when you moved here? Because this was a strange place for you when you got here.
Yeah, it was a strange place, but I wasn't foreign to gangs and all that stuff. It's just like, when we moved here, I never been to Compton before, but I still was listening to NWA. That was my group there. Quiet as kept, I wanted to be part of NWA, but that's another story. So when I got here, I was like, damn, we live in Compton, so I was all about the spirit, I got me a Compton hat, and it was just, you just adapt to your environment. I didn't even know we was gonna be here that long.
How long did it take before you knew that, this is Fruit Town Piru hood?
Oh, just going back and forth to the store, and I seen Burgundy, and I'm, asking, oh, what's Fruit Town? Okay, all right. But they never tried to get me to join. They just used to see me all the time. And then when I got over there, that's when I became me. That's when I became,
And at that time, there was no beef between Tree Top and Fruit?
Yes and no. It was beef, but it wasn't enough to just say, you know what, kill on sight. Because you got to remember, fruits and trees, they have a relationship as far as family from this side, family from this side. Somebody might have a baby mama from over here. Your cousin might be from over here. It's just, so it never was that. It was always to a point to where it's a love-hate relationship. Now, I don't know how it is, but when I was in it, my good friend of mine are from Fruit Town, so, we never had no beef, but it was always something we can come to the table and be like, man, then it'll be over, and then it'll be something else, then it'll be over. But our main rivalry, we got along with all the rules except neighborhood Piru, Compton, not Inglewood. So that's who we didn't get along with at all.
And was that like that already when you came That
around? Was like that already, because when I start hanging around, you ask questions about who we get along with, who we don't get along with. But being a Piru, I figured we get along with everybody under the same umbrella. And they was like, no, we don't get along with these cats. And they ran the story down to me, which, I won't go into that, but it was understood, okay, that's why we don't get along with them. So,
is it like that still?
That I don't know. I'm assuming it probably would be, but I ain't trying to find out. We had to worry about the Santanas, and we had to worry about the essays, the tortilla flats, but we didn't really, but the Santana and the Palmer blocks, we really had to worry about the Palmer blocks too. But everybody else is pretty much kind of far, like Nutty. They not close to us, but it was the Palmers that was really, yeah, they was really giving us, giving us some action. Tortilla Flats, we didn't get along with them. And then, fruit trees, we always have our little love and hate relationship. But, the ones who really was here back then, we all love and respect each other. We grew up together. Everybody went to the same school. It's either Davis or Centennial. That's all the fruit and trees. They went to that same school. Davis was High C, Quick. All the people from Fruit Town, they all went there. So that's just like the melting pot. And then from Davis, you go to Centennial. So you just transfer with your homies to different schools.
But you ended up going to Compton first, right?
I ended up going to Compton High. Funny as shit. I just can't remember why I didn't go to Centennial for the life of me. But
you remember when you got there? That it was
I remember that when I got there, I had on a burgundy Ben Davis and some black jeans and some black shoes. And that's when I had long hair, so I had my hair in braids. And from that point on, it was some girls in the office, and they were staring. You knew it was like, man, you ain't supposed to be here. So I don't know if they went back and told whoever they told, but it was a vibe that, man, you can't be here. So at that point, I stayed in the office, sitting in there waiting to do all the paperwork and shit like that. And then that's when they had to come get me from school. And that's the point where we did the interview. I was saying that when I was going to the continuation, that people ain't asking me where you from, because I'm hanging with them before I even got on the set. So, but once I got on, that's when I'm, burgundy and, just I'm with it. I'm with it now.
How long did you last at Compton High School?
I lasted, about a semester. And then because when I got to Compton, me being a Piru, I kind of was like more laid back. So I go to the same spot at lunch, sit in the same section, and every spot was the same. During lunch break, I didn't play no sports. I didn't interact with nobody. So who I got cool with was the Samoan cats up there because of the females. So they used to see me, well, you always standing here by yourself. So I befriended some Samoan girls, and I just became cool with them. But they had no idea that I was from over here.
Thanks for watching StreetTV.net. If you're not subscribed, please hit that button below and click the bell to receive alerts and notifications. Like and comment below to give us your feedback, and be sure to watch the 2 related videos to the right. If you want to support this platform or follow us on social media, visit the links in the description and listen to our weekly podcast, The Gangster Chronicles, every Thursday. And thanks for watching StreetTV.net.